back to GRIF-FINds. It is a glorious day. Well, the sky isn't, but being in the field is. Now, a couple of fields behind me is the Roman ploughed fields. They were ploughed, they still are, but they're seeded, unfortunately. They were the ones we found. Mum's silver Roman and my silver Roman, which was like a 14 of the second or something like that. And so these are now starting to get cut. We've got a little bit of a ploughy stubble here, and it's my first time out in Derbyshire with the Manticore. Just here, you see I've got a signal, and I found something half decently nice, and it rang up reasonably quite low in quite a bitty numbers, and I'll show you in a minute. But I've done the update on the Manticore, which already is performing nice. I found some ring pools and stuff like that. And yeah, so it's a Monday night. It's been raining for ages, hence the ground being so sort of damp, even though I've got shorts on. But I've only got a couple of hours, about 2 hours, so I'm going to make the most of it and see what else I can find. Never been on this field before. I don't think anyone's been on this field before. Let's get into it and see what we can find on the Manticore. Right, let's do this. Okay, so here is the Manticore, and I've just gone and found what seems to be like some kind of old sort of button. It looks very old, it's bronze, very heavy, and let's just put you on the ground and give it a little sound check. So when I thought it was quite low, I was lying, it's quite high. Now it was double beeping, so I shall check the hole. But it's a small, very, very small target, and it's picking up, the Manticore's picking up really, really small stuff, which is what you want. Now, for me, who's got some fields like these, which tend to have a lot of sort of smaller stuff, like could be Roman coins, stuff like that, this is quite good. But awesome find, and let's carry on. Right, on to the next. Alright, so here it is. On the line, it's a little bit off. It's a little bit big. It's quite deep. Let's give it a bit of a dig. Why don't you look at that? Straight out. Maybe something nice. Let's hope so. We're reasonably quite close to the road, so I won't be expecting anything. And you know what? I really can't hear myself speak because these headphones are just so noise cancelling. It's just very hard. So that there, little piece of lead. Little piece of lead, look. Tiny piece of lead. Had a little piece earlier as well. But there we are, a lovely little piece of lead. Let's crack on. Alright, so I found something really, really, really quite weird. I've just found this. Now, it's a lovely little circular sort of thing, and you're thinking it's a stone, but it's really, really light. It's not squishy. It looks very old. I mean, it's gonna, I've got to say, it looks very, very, very old. It's got one flat side there, just there. And it's got one flat side just somewhat there. And it looks very, very old. Now, there is Roman on here, and there is I've had early medieval, there's Roman, there's got to be Saxon, between the two time periods. And there's Roman, there could be anything. So, no idea with that. But literally, I was just walking over because there was actually a really, really nice signal. So we're going to put this in our little finds tub. Now, I actually got this, funnily enough, I actually got this, Dragon Detecting, GRIF-FINds, you can subscribe. And on the weekender, put this in there, sort of cut the holes in my own. But yeah, I got that on the Dragon Detecting weekender, and it was good. It was really, really good. But anyway, we've got a lovely little signal right on the surface. It's super high, super duper high.
go and put the pinpointer in, shall we? Shall we? Boom. They're my 6. Oh my god, it's a bit of silver. Oh my god. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, that's a bit of silver. You can sort of tell with the green, with the grey colouring on that. It's a badge. Right, let me give this a clean up because that's fascinating. Wow. So I just gone and found that lovely little bowl thing, and now I've just gone and found a little bit of silver. And that's just fantastic. It just makes your day, you know. I haven't been out detecting in a bit of a long time, and gonna be some hallmarks, be some quite nice, that would. Yeah, there's some hallmarks already, I think I can just make out. We'll do some research, we'll try and our best to flatten it out, see what comes up, and but it says C and LSWH. There we are, look. Fantastic little find that. I am so happy. That's a bit of silver, that is. And it's starting to rain. Ah, that's awesome. What a day. What a day indeed.
Now I'm super happy because that's a little bit of silver, and we actually literally just called my dad and said, oh hello. So he's researching it right now while I'm speaking. The rain has sort of stopped. I say that, I think it started again actually, but it was a lovely signal. It was around about bouncing about 60, 50, 60. Very, very jumpy signal, but it was something really nice. That's my first ever piece of silver with the Manticore, and I'm glad I dug it. I am very, very happy indeed, and that's a lovely, I think it might be a silver brooch. I think it's a silver brooch for CLSWH, something like that. It's got silver marks too, so a lovely find for the Manticore, first ever Manticore silver in Derbyshire. Let's hope it's not the last. And then that little bead thing, now I've got a suspicion it could possibly be Roman. It looks old, or it could be medieval, something like that. I've just got this feeling that it's going to be something old. And I've been finding loads of pottery all over the floor on stonework that looks really old. So you never know, do you? You really never know. We'll get it back at home base, we'll clean it up, and if it's anything, I'll do some research on it. If it's anything, I'll do a little at-home sort of video, and I'll put it in right after this. But if I don't find anything else, I'll just carry on with the video. Right, let's carry on. Let's piddle some more signals off from this field.
Next find is, I think it's some kind of a piece of buckle or something like that. I think I've actually found one of these before in an opposite field. I'm not too sure. What's your opinion, guys? Buckle or just a bit of tat? I'm going to say maybe part of a buckle, but also could be a piece of tat. Right, let's keep looking. Off we trot.
I think I might have found something quite nice actually. Let's have a look at this. It's very weird and very, looks old, if you know what I mean.
So here it is. It rang up really low, 1011s actually on the Manticore, and it's got that kind of shape, and that looks very old. It sort of thickens out towards the right hand side. It's got the sort of like forked tongue just there. I'm assuming nothing, but it looks very, very old. There might be some kind of pattern on there. I am going to research this and see if it is maybe some kind of brooch. It looks very broachy or very Romanized. I'm not too sure. It could be anything really, but I'm just letting my mind wander and see what it is. You never know, do you? If you know what this is, again, put it in the comments. This will be mystery find number 1. It's very, very old. Like I said, put it in the comments down below, and I'll get back to you. But that's a mystery find, that one. Looks very old though. Let's try that. Alrighty, so I'm coming back up the field. I got an 18 just round here somewhere, where my foot is. Oh, where's it gonna be? it's actually in here. Oh, I see it. And it's a massive, oh my god. It's a massive 4-hole button. Humongous, this one. Oh, wow. There we are, 4-hole button. First button of the day, nice imprint. Let's carry on. All right, I've got a banging signal here. It's just so good. 73. Dot straight on the line, far right hand side line. 75, right on the surface. It just sounds so clear and so crisp and so high. Now, what are we thinking? Silver coin? As much as I want it to be, I don't think it is. You never know, do you? Oh. It's not in there. It's not in there. It's in there. It's in there. You know what? I'm going to bring you over and I'm just going to open it together. I'm feeling good about this. All right, let's open it together. Huh? It's that one. It's this one. It's this one here. It's actually in this. No. Can you see it anywhere? I think I've just gone and dropped it. It's a jeans thing. Oh, it's a stud of some kind. Oh, a river. I think I found something really, really old here and really, really nice. It looks like either some kind of pin or brooch again, but it's got that really old green to it. And it was a really nice signal. I should have done a live dig. You know, not all YouTubers do like live digs every and then cut it all out. I just do it like whenever I feel like it's gonna be something good. I got it wrong, clearly, but it looks like it's something. And let's have a look what it is. I severely do. Oh my god, it starts start. Is that a start? No, it doesn't. My mind just sort of wander here. But that's definitely some kind of pendant or something like that. It looks of age, and I feel like I've seen it somewhere before. I should know this, really. Right, I'm going to come back to you once I've cleaned it up, but it just looks old, doesn't it? Bear with me. Alright, so here it is. It's some kind of brooch or pin, and actually it's got a pin on it, because you can just see that's the iron. It's not muck or dirt, it's actually iron. So I've got a feeling that's actually a pin just there, and there would have been some kind of logo maybe on there, but it definitely looks old. That it could be some kind of brooch, it could be Roman, it could be Saxon, it could be really anything really. It looks old. I will have a look in my book of brooches. Maybe that could be the tail off a brooch, which comes down really far. I'm not too sure. It might have had some silver gilt. You can sort of see some silverish sort of glows there and there. I'm not entirely sure still, but it's a very old find, and this field is just producing a massive wowzer. Fantastic little signal. It's a lovely one to end on the day on a banger. It's a 4142 right on the surface. I've literally took everything off, my microphone out for everything, and so I'm hoping this is going to be a nice find to sort of end it off. I see it, I know what it is, and it's not actually, oh, I do know what that is. It's a button! All my endeavours lead to this moment. I think it's a button anyway. It's got somewhere of a weird loop at the back of it. But we shall
trot on, and if no more signals after this, then onto the outro. And I am back on my humble abode in the lovely sun of Derbyshire, sat on this like porchy area, on this lovely, nice pillow seat, and we've had a fantastic time. The Manticore has produced wildly on those fields, on that field, and I've never been there before. That's my first ever time on those fields, other than this one other time when I found like one coin. But it wasn't on that field, but it was on that group of fields, and it hasn't done half bad. It's done really, really well. A bit of silver, possibly Roman. I'm not too sure. The silver badge thing, we're not too sure exactly on what it is yet. But it's a very, very fascinating thing. I forgot the name of who made this, but I know who it is. I put some pictures up right now, and of who it is, and yeah. But it's a lovely little thing, and it's quite old too. It has the hallmarks. It's got the maker's mark in it, and it's a really, really fantastic little find this is. And then as well, a little surface find that I've actually found before that badge is this little somewhat stone ball, and it has sort of a hard top there and a hard top underneath, hard bottom underneath. I'm thinking this might be some kind of game piece. Kerry from Tyson Digger's Den, he suggested that this could be a game piece, but not a lead one, a game piece, which would tell us why it has a flat side to it. That's a really good suggestion. I think I'm going to go with that. Some kind of game piece. It could be Roman. I'm not too sure. It looks really old, but what a fantastic find this is. And you know what? It might be one of the best finds I found that day, if not the best find. Not all of them are metal, I can tell you that now. You've got to spot them with the eyes, not just the metal detector. And then finally, this little other find we found, which was this, I think it's going to be a leather mount. Not too sure of the age. It's still got the iron pin inside it that's rusted over, but it looks incredibly old, and I'm fascinated with these finds like these. Because, believe it or not, I don't find many leather mounts in Derbyshire. Went to Norfolk and I found tons. Derbyshire, not so many. So I'm happy with this because it's a rare occasion I found one of these. And there we are. My hunt has been amazing. With a Manticore, phenomenal. And I've just enjoyed being out late at night on a Monday evening after school, just relaxing. You know, every now and then, it just clears the mind. Really good for mental health, which is why I really, really recommend it. And it's just lovely. And so that's it. If you haven't already, please go and check out Dragon Detecting. That's where I got my Manticore from. If you want to use my discount code for other things, you can use GRIF-FINds, which will get you 10% off on selected items. And yeah, so if you also really enjoyed today's video, you can also consider putting this video a thumbs up and maybe subscribing. As well, turn on the notification bell so you don't miss another video. As well as that, we also upload a video every Friday at 6 PM. So stay tuned, and I'll see you at the next one.